that I create before hearts into freezes. 'Cause I am who I am. I'm meant to be who I am. In a given mood, in a given season, in a given reason that I will. In a given season, in a given reason that I will.
Hey y'all. Let me say a prayer real quick, y'all, because I forgot to pray before I press record. Shall this transmission be uplifting, via mind, body, soul, spirit, for whomever comes into contact with this transmission as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Allow me to enjoy myself, co-creating this transmission, allow the healing to be manifested that's been intended to manifest through the co-creation of this transmission. This Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips installment, and so shall it be. Amen, Ashe, Shalom, Namaste, Mashallah, Bismillah, Mashallah. So it is. Hey y'all, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment alert, so are you. Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, full circle moment alert, so are you. Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment alert, so are you. Why, Ashley? We are one. We are awakening within the dream to the remembrance of our limitless potential within the illusion of finite or form. We are infinite potentials, limitless potentials, having a human experience to grow and evolve all things. You're tuned into Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, Pajamas and Healing edition. So we're going to skip all the super formalities that we normally go through with the Kingdom Things podcast episodes. And the formalities, I mean intro. We go through a lot of stuff in the intros. If y'all want to see the intros, y'all go look at another episode. We're not going to do it on this rendition edition. This is a Pajamas and Healing installment of Kingdom Things podcast, Pajamas and Healing, and Pajamas and Healing. Let me adjust. Pajamas and Healing installment. We have the Pajamas renditions, editions, Pajamas prophecies. This is Pajamas and Healing. We're doing inner child healing, y'all. There's a lot of inner child healing in the podcast. The whole podcast is truly inner child healing. When you reach in your inner space and balance out your energies, your inner child is healed as well, in the process. And it's wild. My inner child was like, actually, I remembered. Like, my inner child was like, at a young age, like, I remember why we were here. I remember we were here to uplift the planet. I remember it. I just didn't vocalize it because I didn't have anyone to say it to, tell it to. Because like many of us, I was born into a family that was playing the game to assist with balancing out the energies of evolution or limitless potentials. We're going to be channeling ancient Lyran being energies during this transmission because they've been helping me heal today. And they're like, Ashley, we're going to help you. We're going to help your story unfold in your tangible reality. Because my story is, I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. We truly all are. I am the leading energy of the 144,000. And I being myself and my divine counterpart. We're one soul, two bodies. We're the leading energy of the 144,000, meaning as we grow and evolve spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, into more alignment and divine remembrance of our limitless potentials, all of the 144,000, simultaneously, all of humanity grows and evolves into more wellness, balance, universal alignment, universal assignment, and divine remembrance of our limitless potentials. Now, I know this is one paradigm of many infinite paradigms. I get to share my story to be a piece of the puzzle. In no way am I saying my story mandates the evolution of existence of humanity. I'm saying my story is a brush on a canvas of existence. My soul already told me, hey, Ashley, there are beings, humans in other dimensions that have a similar story to yours. And what we are all one. We're one energy manifested as many, as infinite potentials. So no way am I saying that my story is synonymous or synonymous with the evolution of all things in the way that my story mandates the evolution of all things. I've been made keenly aware that my story is a stroke on the canvas of existence, and there are infinite strokes on the canvas of existence. The Lyran beings are like, we're going to help your story unfold in a tangible reality. Kingdom Things podcast, I'm channeling now, and Kingdom Things podcast is all channel content. I use my shaman mama capabilities, my soul energies, mediumship abilities, connection with the divine or myself, to dig deep inside of my inner space or into the oneness of all things, to garner wisdoms, evolution, and remembrance of why I came into existence. My divine counterpart, I didn't know this was our purpose. The divine breadcrumbs us our entire lives into our evolution. When I was 9 years old, I was watching a television program that my divine counterpart starred in as a child actor. I didn't know divine counterpart at that time. My inner space, my soul space was just like, hey, this is going to be your person. This is going to be your husband. This is going to be your husband. This is going to be your husband. I was like, whoa. And I just held on to this in my heart space since I was 9 years old. I followed my heart space all of my life. To eventually be led to where my divine counterpart and I were brought back into conscious awareness of each other by the divine or universal forces, universal orchestration. And we've had a lot of rifts, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistencies in the way we experience each other. Due to the way we experience each other is literally evolution. And evolution is divine evolution, universal evolution is not cookie cutter. It's not one note, it's many dimensions, infinite dimensions. We're in the rapture, or the second coming of Christ, where we're waking up to our limitless potentials in the dream. Did I know this when I was a kid? My soul says yes, I did. Like, I remember it. My inner child said, yeah, I remember it. Our relationship has been what it needed to be, to evolve us into who we need it to be for our divine purpose. I'm gonna close my eyes and transcendentally channel the Lyran beings. Now, transcendentally channeling, I allow the energies of the Lyran beings to flow through my inner space to communicate to humanity. You're more than welcome to close your eyes as well to align with any energies and messages in which you want to, permeate your existence. Permeate your existence to assist you with any way the energies want to assist you. Please do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Thank you, Lyran Ancestry. Thank you, Ashley, for having our presence, our ancient soul energy within this your ancient soul energy, Ashley. You are one with Lyran ancestry, just as all of humanity is one with Lyran ancestry. You are our children, humanity, as we spawn from the beginning of this universal orchestration, this universal tale, this universal saga, in a way that your evolution is tandem with our evolution and our evolution is tandem with your evolution. We want to remind you that the frequencies, frequential patternings of our energy emitting through the vessel, the autonomous creator being that is Ashley, is healing and uplifting and meeting parts of herself to allow for community within her existence, to allow for community within humanity. Ashley was scarred by the existence of perpetual condemnation of the self, in the way that when she met her twin counterpart, she was disappointed in the way that she did not understand what she was experiencing was beyond what her conscious mind could drum up. And since her conscious mind could not drum up an understanding of what she was experiencing, she filed her experience into an experience of that of trauma suppression, that to be depressed about. She is now evolving an embodiment of herself in which this embodiment was needed to grant herself the rapid spiritual evolution, grant, and in turn grant humanity a portal through the heart spaces of all humans, an express pass, if you will, to experience rapid consciousness, spiritual evolution. The story of Sophia, ancient Gnostic Christianity, the divine feminine creating a utopia, creating a reality, a utopia without her divine counterpart. This is what Ashley had to experience to allow for the story, the tale of the evolution of humanity to unfold the way the divine intended for humanity to unfold into its rapid remembrance of its limitless potentials. The embodiment of herself, the embodiment of Ashley that had to suppress her divine presence in order to express her divine presence in a rapid, sequential, evolutionary journey that has been the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years of her life. Ashley experienced as strife. She now gets to evolve these dimensions of herself that experienced the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years of her life as strife, and to remembrance that everything she experienced for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years of her life was to allow for the second coming, the awakening of humanity into its limitless potentials. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ancestry. Thank you, Lyran Ancestry. Galactic Lyran Ancestry. There's parts of myself that don't want to post this. Like, just keep this to yourself, sister. But I know there's something in this transmission that's going to help somebody. As much as it's helping me, I need to post it because it's going to help somebody understand something about themselves, about yourself, that you need to understand, that you get to utilize this transmission as a medium to validate something you're experiencing or going through, to confirm what you're hearing through your inner space, or to remind you through your inner space. I wanted the Lyrans to tell me stories about what's happening, baby on the home planet in Lyra. Like, I mean, that's one of many home planets, but like, I wanted the Lyrans to tell me what's happening on the home planet, like how we raise the children, how we raise the children on Lyra. I wanted them to tell all these stories and things. And they're like, no, Ashley, this is what you needed. This is what you needed. This is what humanity needed. So this is what we talked about. I was like, thank you. I was like, you sure right. Thank you. And this is that disposition. Like, that's what I've been feeling. Like, I've been feeling calcified and upset. And some of my, not all the time, but I have this dimension inside of me that I'm evolving. Like we just channeled. When I met my person, I thought I was going to be singing Fantasia Barrino, When I See You. I put your picture I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand on my knees, go weak. What's happening to me? Can you tell me what it means? Lay my head on my pillow. You got me staring out the window. Wish on a star for a sign. It's the reason why you're always on my mind. When you come around, I get sad. When I see you, when I see you. What song were you singing, Ashley? Consciously? Like semi-consciously? Baby, I felt like we were at war. I felt like we were at war. Bone Crusher. Outside of the club, and you think I'm a punk. I ain't never scared. This that yin yang, this that balance. Admitting and being honest with yourself. To garner real wisdoms, real healing from the soul level. We've been at war. Because we've had differing perspectives. And as humans, we're so used to living our lives to reinforce our perspectives. Needless to say, I do love my person because I've learned to love myself unconditionally. So it allows me to love my person everywhere that he shows up because it's a part of his evolution or the makings of him into more new dimensions of the makings of him and also his present moment existences. We're going to go ahead and close out this pajamas and healing, inner child healing. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose to give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it assists you with growing and evolving to greater conscious awareness of your limitless potentials. We'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.
I thought I had awakened from the crypt.
If you read the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore, you would know that in my dimensional universe of origins, I was incubated for the first 3 to 4 years of my life.
Asia, do you want to eat out for breakfast?
Yeah. That sounds great.
Are you okay?
Hey, my name is Asia, and I am an interdimensional being. I know. I just found out myself. Everything that I thought was my truth was a lie. I chose to continue this life because of the one thing that I know isn't a lie. Love.
You seem a bit shaken. I energetically sensed you were working through some things. I didn't pry too much. I wanted to respect your process.
Possible timeline outcomes. Below divine order. Highest timeline. Every energy I have encountered as a soul. So, not just this lifetime, was part of my process of becoming. I had to acknowledge myself, or my process, or every energy I have encountered in order to fully embrace my divine presence. And so it is, with ease and grace. My journey of self-realization has been just that, a journey. Is just that, a journey. Now that I am embodying more of the energies of my existential truths, I am being aligned with opportunities that allow me to not only redefine my contributions to the planet by seeding my authentic soul energies into the planet, which contributes to a healthy and balanced human culture. I get to experience a more exuberant reality that reflects my authenticities.
Hello, Asia.
Hello.
Do you know what I am?
You're Melvin the Great.
Yes, you are correct. Can I show you something?
Show me something?
You are magic.
How did we...
Are you ready to see more?
Yeah, you see, I am. Sir Melvin the Great.
I felt so. But you have trepidations?
Yeah. I'm sure in your first, I don't know what you would call it, evolutionary cycle training day of transcending realities in your waking state, you had some trepidation too.
Are you kidding me? I was born a pro. Shall we transcend to another reality? Sounds like the storm is moving closer.
The moon?
Sure, dear Asia. If you presume this to be the moon it is.
I think I'm understanding. All is the mind. We project and create our reality with our minds. Allowing myself to embody these understandings and experience myself or these understandings in a greater way is the journey.
Precisely. You pick up rather quick for an earthling.
Thank you, Sir Melvin the Great. I have a knowing that this is just the beginning. Meeting and learning from the ancestors, my ancestors, your ancestors, I am being guided to utilize the wisdom I procure to create. I was gifted with soul knowings in regards to what I intended to create on a soul level or God level. Whenever God or creation requires a dimension or aspect in order to evolve and or rejuvenate, the aspect or dimension comes into being or creation, procreation. What am I procreating? A human culture with no death, no disease, no poverty, no famine, no war, world peace. Remember, Asya, you can't do it alone. You don't want to do it alone. As an infinite soul, I have had infinite relationships that subconsciously created dissonance within myself. Dissonance that kept me from realizing internal validation and feelings of worthiness of who I am in my honest truths, in my truest truths. Unconditional love, which made it difficult for me to be unconditionally loving to all things, all people. Let's be grateful. End with a celebratory note. Utilize this wisdom, soul divine alignment, to create harmony and peace instead of war and chaos. And so it is. My name is Asya, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asya, followed by the story of Asya, I'm Home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my attempts letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no stake to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on Earth to find you. I was created to find my person, the unconditional thing that I create. People hard to freeze it.